You can't make such demands. The Sapiox are the keepers of the Crystal Tower.
This is about more than the College of Sapiox, Lanatil.
If Raz could intervene, perhaps we should hear from our newly arrived friend.
We concur with Razumdar. Let us hear what the adventurer has to say.
The Sapiox recognize your bravery on our behalf in Lalandril and within the Crystal Tower, but there is nothing you can say that will alter our thinking on this matter. So Valcerin claims. If this is true, the College shall institute new measures to protect the tower. That is well within our capabilities. The Psijic Order is responsible for all that has happened. Why should I trust them now? Perhaps you're right, but the Sapiox did not cause these events. The Psijic Order did. My people died protecting the Crystal Tower. Why should I accept aid from the very Order that's responsible for their deaths? Be that as it may, the Sapiox will continue to do as we always have. We shall protect the Crystal Tower. Entrusting that responsibility to anyone else is just far too dangerous a risk to take. That's your opinion. You are a newcomer. I have no reason to believe that you have Somerset's best interests in mind. For all I know, you and the Psijic Order wish to use the Crystal Tower for your own purposes.
Our friend has proven their mettle time and time again. Raz thinks you should hear about these deeds. Oriandra, admit our guests now, yes?
What are you up to, Razumdar?
Lost hope.
I will vouch for this adventurer. While I was blinded by prejudice and hate, their actions saved Shimmerine.
The Divine Prosecution recognizes this adventurer's efforts to maintain the peace. I can personally attest that they saved Katan Keep from a Daedric cult.
Alchemy vouches for this adventurer. Within our troop, loyalty and trust come before all. This brave hero has demonstrated those qualities 1,000 times over.
We have heard enough. We accept that the adventurer is trustworthy. Sapioc Lanatil, listen to what they have to say.
I apologize for my assumptions. It's clear you've done much good for Somerset and its people. The protection of the Crystal Tower has been the Sapioc's duty for time immemorial. To change that now feels like we've failed. I can't deny the truth of your words. Very well. Henceforth, the Sapiox will accept outside aid in order to best protect the Crystal Tower. I'll begin preparations immediately. However, I still refuse to allow the Psijic Order to participate. I promise we will work with the Proxy Queen to make sure the Crystal Tower remains safe. I'll begin preparations immediately. We'll even allow the Divine Prosecution and the Mages Guild to participate in these efforts.
Raz is sure there are many more details to work out, but for now, this one just wants a very strong drink.
If you would wait a moment, my friend, I'd like to talk privately. Thank you for helping me win this last battle. While the Psijic Order will not be among those protecting the Crystal Tower, we will continue to observe from afar. And now, it's time for us to depart Somerset. We never meant to take such a direct role in events. We're observers, watchers. We lend a hand, guide fate, but never directly shape it. Besides, I need to return to Artaeum and take up the mantle of Right Master, at least for a little while. On an interim basis until we get beyond this crisis and can make a decision for the future. In the meantime, I want to atone for what the Right Master and Lathan did. I owe Somerset that much, at least. You're attuned to Artaeum and have a connection to the Psijic Order now. The portal will always be open for you, and you'll always be welcome on our hidden island.
Razumdar, remove your furry seat from our throne.
After all Raz has done for Queen and country, you would deny him this small comfort?
Why Cousin Irene tolerates you, we'll never understand.
Raz could get used to such a seat. Metaphorically speaking, of course. This one would prefer a throne with far more padding. But enough of such talk. Today we celebrate your victory. From newcomer to savior of Somerset. Quite the feat, yes? Raz thought of many different plans once he heard of this meeting. He is glad the first turned out so well. His other plans, well, there is no need to dwell on such unsavory details. This one never doubted you could do it, Fiveclaw. Actually, Raz may have doubted you a few times. Or many times. But he apologizes for that. After all, you have now proven yourself most capable. And of course, no heroic deed is complete without a reward. Raz did indeed. On behalf of Queen Irene, this is for you. Ironic how Somerset was saved by one of the newcomers it so distrusts. This is a good lesson for the High Elves, yes. Maybe now they'll realize that change is not so bad after all. Enjoy yourself, my friend. Raz certainly plans to.
Our throne, Razumdar. We would have it back now.
So tense, your majesty. Must be this uncomfortable throne. Perhaps Raz could suggest a most comfortable cushion upon which you could sit.
Such a cushion is much too lumpy for our tastes, Cat. Ambassador, I find your Nordish inclinations to be most refreshing.
Oh, Rigert has plenty of inclinations, Your Majesty.
We look forward to finding out all about your inclinations, Ambassador Rigert. Come along. The royal chef makes a rabbit meatball pie that you'll absolutely devour.
Avast! You face Ulafire, the thoroughly unscrupulous. Come no closer, or I shall bestow a banquet of blade work upon thy body.
I'm afraid only skewered meat is on the menu.
Wait! Don't hurt him! He's not a real bandit!
A true actor must know when to exit the stage. Farewell!
Tableau, what exactly have you gone and done? I shall continue to be by her side. Are you sure you won't regret it? Being associated with a Hulkind?
I never have. Not even for a moment. And I doubt I ever will.
They'll never accept it. You'll be mocked, shamed.
What if I am? As long as I have you by my side, we can conquer anything. You'll see.
I suppose I will, won't I?
This one's deep down, like, kind of like my general expectation of you meat brains. You! Oh, you far exceeded them. Not too hard to do, and they're practically non-existent, but still, kudos. Breach webbed up around here somewhere. Spiders are so adorable. Look at us! We've got 8 little spindly arms. Isn't that scary? Show me something with 8,000 arms and then maybe I'll get nervous. Yuck, vampires. Pays not to have a neck sometimes, eh? Blood too, I guess. Of course, if you see any antipodal mouth grabbers, you'll let me know, right? They'd just love to get a bite of me. Definitely a breach around here, mate. High up, I think. Or what passes for high around here, anyway. Take a look around those standing stones, eh? What is it with tipping stones, anyway? Didn't your ancestors have anything better to do? That's the problem with you bipeds. You never apply yourselves. Ah, pastoral bless. I'd make a fine farmer. Breeding dumb animals, making them work for nothing, slaughtering them in their prime. Huh. Sounds a bit worse when you say it out loud, doesn't it? Another breach tucked away in an old Breton ruin. Don't see many of those around, do you? You know they built it over an alien ruin, right? Can't wait to see what people build on top of this. Let's find this breach before the tide comes in. Water's full of brain billies. Little spirit jellies that sting people's memories. Don't believe me? Think of that time you wet your pants. Hurts, right? Another breach out there. Maybe we should leave this one be, you know? Honestly, what's the worst that could happen? Wait, I'm not encouraging you to ask me that question. The answer is very graphic.
I was hesitant to give her this task at first, but keeping her involved to some degree seemed prudent, and perhaps humane. You should go speak with her. She needs friendly counsel. Safe travels, Caraval. Let us both hope that when you return, this business of the Staff of Towers will be concluded. I am. Magic is an intensely personal exercise, Initiate. No two mages weave their spells in
There's a breach here, mate. I'm seeing a bridge or maybe a flat sideways tower people can walk on? I guess they're kind of the same thing. Only having 3 dimensions does make things simpler. Ah, Craglawn. Ever seen this many crags in one place? Its cup runneth over with crags. Not as many lawns as you'd expect, though. Biped naming habits could use some work, mate. Breach ahead. Say, you think Dressage's all right? Can't always tell. Your weird little faces scrunch up when you're upset, but then you bare your teeth when you're happy. It's a puzzler. I can't believe this is our last outing. I feel like we've really bonded, you know? Not on a sticky, alchemical level or anything. That would be very weird. You know what I mean. I'm gonna miss this. So our adventure's coming to an end, eh? Look, can we talk in private? The agony and maybe won't be a moment. Thanks, mate. I know you've got other adventures ahead, but I wanted to just take a moment and speak face to Crystal's sort of face. Our deal, what else? When we set out, I held you to a promise. You said if I helped you, you'd try to keep me out of the Sigic Vault. Well, I helped. So? I knew you were clever. In answer to your direct question, yes, I know what you'll do. But I want you to look at me when you say it. So you're also saying it to yourself, see? A moment of truth and self-reflection. How exciting. Ah, the hero demurs. Well, suppose we'll find out soon enough. But enough of that. This might be our last farewell, mate. What's the custom? Left in a vessel full of that swell you pour down your face hole and saying something saccharine? Yeah, of course. I could do with a bit of quiet and fresh air. Your bag, while cozy, is very, very loud. Deadeye? Does an oblique cogniform have infinite angles? Please don't hurt yourself. The answer is yes. It was great. The sights, smells, the incessant jingle of all your gear on my face. Dream come true, mate. No? Truth is, I've always known you bipeds have potential. Sure, most of you just stumble through your laughably short lives, making smaller versions of yourselves, urinating, coddling shoes, I don't know. But every so often, there's a you. Sure. Must be hard, though, knowing you're a lion among endless hordes of baby-rearing, urinating, shoemaking sheep. How you keep from just slaughtering them all and conquering this place, I'll never know. Not that I advocate that sort of thing. That, my friend, depends entirely on you. If you put me back into the vault, I'll spend my days plotting another escape. In between bouts of violently cursing your name and swearing revenge, of course. I suppose I'll find a new bag to settle in. Maybe Dressage's. I always liked her, and I think she's already got one boot out the door. She might not be quite as adventurous as you, but I'd take anyone over another century of boring questions. You know, the fact you didn't make your mind up about this 30 or so time breaches ago gives me cause to worry. But don't stew over it, mate. Either way, I'll make do. It's another few hundred years in the grand scheme of things, eh? So, it's back into the bag I go, eh? Fair enough. Just try to make a little more room, alright? I like lumps of ore and rodent meat as much as the next transdimensional entity, but it gets ridiculous in there sometimes.
In there once you've made your inquiries with Zucus. It is. I spent the greater part of my youth in Cyrodiil. Taking on Imperial dress, name, and customs made things easier. Of course, it makes things here in Murkmire more complicated. One of my life's many ironies. No, I was hatched in Morrowind, your people's homeland. You'll forgive me if I don't elaborate. It was a very difficult time. I don't harbor a grudge, though, truly.
Is just through here. I'm certain.
Then that is where we go. We should not delay. The remnant...
More here than you think, Cassandra. The Dreamwallow will clear the waters. You will see.
Breathe deep, Ojel. We will watch over you, but you walk the path alone.
The mural. It bears the image of a hunting party. What does it say to you?
There is your gate, Zucus. To the snake means Death City, Zol-Thusis, and the temple beyond. We challenge the void here, Swordkin.
It is not so scary if you squint your eyes. Just really narrow your... No, it is still terrifying.
Farewell.
Cassandra, wait!
So, she found a use for the Kajinjat crystal after all. Damn! Oh, goodness, language. Sorry, I meant no. No! I did mean it! Damn! Without an empowered Vaka crystal of that scale, we're stuck here.
If the cold doesn't do it, try something else. They're lizards. They can't possibly just adapt to everything.
That's the thing. I don't think they are just lizards. I don't know what they are. Their physiology is... I don't know how they are even alive.
Keep trying. There must be some way to break them.
Zucus has no words. Now I have seen everything. I will miss you, my friend.
Finally, she admits it. Too late.
I shake my head. You know I will return someday. For now, care for the tree, and guide the Saxhleel who gather there.
You're all right. Well, you'd know better than I. When the three of you touched the remnant, it was like you instantly fell asleep. Your eyes kept fluttering, like you were dreaming. Zucus woke up first. Very quiet. I figured I should watch over you until you did too. She was dreaming alongside the rest of you. Then, her breathing slowed and... she passed. Zucus told me not to panic, that this would
celebrate the soul's reunion with the Hist, and all who have passed before. We bid them safe journey, with song and dance, and frills of joy. Let them know, as they pass on, that we are the Root Whisper tribe, and in this place, they will always find a home.
All right, my dears, places. And one, and two. Oh, over here. No, there we go. Finale, big flourish.